Hey guys, Bob here from Bob's World, aka pilot name Shake and Bake. Okay, I hope everyone's doing good. All right, guys, we got TinyWhoops coming out our ears here. Okay, we got one. I'm going to actually take the motors off this one for a new build. We've got the one I just got recently, which is the Newbie Drone V3.1 race spec drone. You can see I've changed the canopy out to a different canopy I got off TinyWhoop.com. I didn't like that little jello-y soft thing, and I had one little bump or whatever. I don't know if you could see it, but in here where the camera connects down here below, you got to watch that. It came out. I was getting no signal, so I was like, what the hell? And it had popped out. So a little bit of E6000. It's all about the E6000 over that should help. But I like this canopy better. I might have added a little weight to this thing, but it doesn't matter. This thing is so fast, it doesn't really matter. This thing is ridiculously fast. It's crazy. Okay? Now, probably my mainstay drone that I've been flying. This one's lasted forever. This is the Eco that came out, with the two boards. I love this thing, though. I changed out the motors on it, some better motors, the Roach frame. I love flying this thing. It's probably my most consistent flyer, and my camera's kind of a little wonky here. My most consistent flyer I've got. I'm really used to it. I love this thing. So we got that. But now we're here to talk about my first 75 millimeter drone, the AIR75. I waited over a month to get this damn thing. I don't know what the hell happened. It said it was in Jamaica, New York for like frickin' the whole month. I don't know, but I got it. That's all that matters. Ripped it a little last night in the garage, ripped it out this morning. You can see the footage here behind me going on. I had people tell me, get a 75, Shake, get a 75. And I kind of didn't do it for whatever reason. Got this thing, and let me tell you guys, first of all, I buy my own drones. I'm a small fry YouTube channel. Nothing scientific here. No, you're not going to find like research. I'm not doing all kinds of in-depth studies. I don't do this for a job. It's just for fun. But I do fly a lot. So I will give you my feeling as a pilot. That's my initial first impressions. And my first impression of this thing is all over the place. First off, flying these bigger batteries. Let me get one of these batteries. Flying these Beta FPV, these lava batteries everybody's talking about, whatever. These are 450s, 1S. My first flight, 5 minutes. I couldn't believe it. I was like, when you're flying TinyWhoops, if you get like 3 minutes, you're like thinking, yeah, it was long, but 5 minutes? I thought I was back to flying my Avata. I mean, it felt long. So that was awesome. This thing, the word that comes to mind is butter. It's pure. This thing just cruises like butter. It just carves. It's so steady. It's a little heavier. It's not even heavy, but I don't know. Maybe it's the size of the frame, the way it flies. But I was shocked. This thing is like the best of both worlds. When I was flying I think I could fly this in my tiny house, my little house we live in. I feel probably more comfortable flying this inside, believe it or not, than this, and especially this ripper, because it flies really well slow. I was shocked. So if you want to go fly in a small area slow, it totally does that. Obviously, you got to. I got the lowest camera angle. I mean, if you push the angle up, it's going to go faster. But what was cool is I also could give it some acceleration and do some ripping. So I might be a new 75 millimeter fan here. I'm really thinking I've got the AIO501 board from HD0 coming in the Eco camera. I was going to do a new 65 build. But now I'm thinking I might use that for a 75 build. I was that impressed with this. You can see in the video I'm flying here, it really is smooth. It's so easy to hit the gaps, the gates, and the signal was good. I did pump it up to 400 on the signal for the VTX. So, just to see how the signal was, it was great. I love this thing, man. if you, and this, what was it, like, what are they, like 90 bucks, 85, 90 bucks? You cannot beat this. Now, the other thing that stood out too, guys, I mean, you see it in the quality here, but especially in my HD0 goggles, was this camera. Do I got it pulled up? No. Do I remember the name of it? No. But I do think this camera is better than the one on this newbie drone V3.1 race spec drone. I felt like I could really see well with this camera, whatever they have on here. It is analog, but God, it was awesome. So, in a nutshell, guys, this, and I'm late to the party on this thing, obviously, but this cheap and it rips. And it's fun. I could definitely see it's more stable, fly this in bigger areas. But I was shocked when I flew this in the garage. And even in my studio here, I just flew it around. It was so easy to fly in a closed space too. So, if you got any questions, post them below. I'll definitely be doing some more flying with this and the other drones. Looking forward to the new build coming up here. I'm having a ton of fun with these TinyWhoops. And there was a guy that commented, and it was so true. He said, you know, TinyWhoops are like, you love them and you hate them. You know, like this a love-hate relationship. They're fun, but there's things about them that are quirky. You know, if you're flying the 65s, not as much as this one, the 75, but the 65s, you got to really learn how to fly these. They're just the way they handle, the lack of power, all that stuff. And I got other video about that, but AIR75, guys, I'm stoked. I just got done with a project, so now I'm going to fly the hell out of this thing again. And I look forward to flying in this warehouse here at some point with Greg. That's going to be a ton of fun. All right, cheers, peace. Thanks for the subs and likes, guys. I'm shocked that I'm almost at 1,000 subs. This Friday, my first TinyWhoop race. Looks like to be like good turnout here. And I've got to decide, am I going to fly this? Am I going to fly, I think I'm going to fly this, my old school Eco. Or do I fly this Ripper? I'm bringing all of them. We'll see what happens. And I look forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, of course, I'm going to videotape it and do some footage and whatever, yada, yada, yada. It should be a good time. So cheers, peace, guys. Have an awesome week. Get out there and fly. Have fun with it. There is no right or wrong when it comes to flying unless you're, like, doing stupid shit and endangering people's lives. Okay, take care.